Hello from Colombia. I'm still here, and I just arrived yesterday to the cafe access, as they call it, El Eje Cafetero. I don't know what you call it exactly in English, but I think it's called coffee access. So it's a coffee region of Colombia where the most coffee is being produced, and I'm in Manizales. So I think that's the capital of El Eje Cafetero, but I'm not so sure. I'll write it here if it's true or not. But it's definitely one of the biggest cities here in El Eje Cafetero, and I decided to come here and spend some time to check out how people live here, what they have to, what the region has to offer here, because I've heard that it's beautiful, and from what I've seen so far, it is quite beautiful. So I'm gonna take you with me today on a cable car ride, and then we'll check out a bit of the rest of the city. So let's go and check it out for ourselves. So the first thing you notice here when you come to Manizales is that it's very mountainous city, so you have to walk up and down all the time. I've just been walking for 5 minutes, but I already feel a bit stressed. But I'll be fine. And here you have just cross the street and keep on moving, because we're now going to the historical city center, from where we'll be able to reach the aerocable, the cable car. Yeah, but it's nice. I think it's a very healthy way of getting around the city. If you have a city like that, and maybe hard for the elderly. Although I also see people of all ages here. So here we just came to one of the main streets here in Manizales. We have different shops, food options, and everything you need basically. Bars, I think, clubs. I also see quite a lot of casinos here. It's not here right now, but on the other street it's quite a lot. Also some sweets, some nuts covered in caramel. But the city has a very nice vibe. It's a very clean city compared to some of the cities in Colombia maybe, and pretty chill. Yeah, one thing you'll notice here in the video is that today is the day of the mother, El Día de Madre here. So many people are walking around with their moms, and they give presents, and people are dressed up for the occasion. So they go to the restaurants. People normally invite their mom to some very nice place to eat, you know. I think that's a very nice tradition that they have here. Something I don't see in Europe that much. People actually value it a lot. Yeah, and you see a lot of decorations, a lot of gifts like that. It's probably meant for the mother as well. So yeah, actually very nice thing. People are very family oriented here also, right? So this is one of the reasons here. Also you have gifts, a lot of gifts. Yeah. There you have a beautiful church that I haven't seen before, I think. Let's go check it out a bit closer. I think there is a market in front of the church, so it would make sense to just take a look. The chicharrones and the plátanos fritos. And it's pretty warm. It's I think 22 degrees right now, but the climate here, the weather here is almost perfect. So it's not too hot, not too cold. It's pretty much optimal. Lots of people lining up for the Sabor Costa, for the Caribbean restaurant here. So yeah, here we have the church. I think it seems that the people are, it's 1 p.m. right now, so many people are leaving the misa, what do you call it, the service. It takes place at 12, I think. I'm not an expert, but yeah, this is basically it. And here you have the solteritas, so they call them solteritas. Buenas tardes. Okay, solteritas. That's a traditional food here. It's like a sweet stuff. Yeah, you have many people in church. It's quite a Catholic part of Colombia also, so there are many churches, many religious sites here. That's why maybe also for the Day of the Mother, people are going with their families, you know. Yeah. Alright guys, I don't look at the map right now, but this looks like a cable car station to me, if you ask me. So let's go and see if it is indeed a cable car station. We're going to Villamaria, which is another municipio, another city basically, but it's very close. So we'll go and see what Villamaria has to offer. Also, that's very beautiful. Here actually it's very beautiful everywhere. I almost made a mistake and went into the wrong direction. Oh, actually here's the line. Alright, so I think it's 2,900 ticket for us here. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo está? 2.900 por un boleto, ¿sí? ¿Cómo? A ver, yo solo quiero ir a Villamaria y volver. Son dos. Dos. Solo. Uno más. Ok. ¿Se puede pagar con tarjeta también?
Tarjeta de crédito por la pasta.
Ok, tranquilo. Yo tengo 50. ¿Usted tiene cambio? Ok, bueno. Muy chévere. Es mi segundo día acá y yo quería conocer. Yo soy ruso, pero vivo en Alemania. Gracias. Es mi tercera vez en Colombia. Yo me quedé en Bogotá. Sí. Pero Manizales nunca. Sí, la gente así es limpio, es el clima. O sea, me gusta hasta ahora. Muchas gracias. Okay. Alright guys, so I got it's 2,900. The lady told me that I can get back with the same ticket, which is nice. So let's go. And I also had a chance to change my... Buenas tardes, ¿cómo está? Acá, gracias. Acá. Yo lo hago así, ok. Acá, escanear.
Sí.
Ok. Muchas gracias, señor. Gracias. Oh. I don't know. Okay. Here I go. I just go to the cable car. So you see how the vibe is here, how people are. I think I just go here. Okay. Gracias. All right. So I made it into the cable car now. Yeah. But you see, guys, how it is, huh? You just feel the vibe kind of the people here, and it's not comparable with so many places on Earth. Honestly, I've barely ever been in a place on the Earth where I feel myself. I feel so good as I feel here, just by how welcoming people are. It's incredible. Anyway, guys, we're going to Villamaria. So yeah, they are quite proud that their city is one of the safest cities in Colombia, cleanest cities as well, and well organized. Huh? You can even drink water here from the tap. It's safe, it's clean. So yeah, people are well, it's not Antioquia, so let me get this clear a bit. So Medellin is probably the most famous city in Colombia for the tourists, which I'm not a big fan of because it's very touristic and yeah, it's not authentic. It's not real. It's not real Colombia if you want to see Colombia. So, but it's Paisa. So the culture is Paisa. It's the same in Medellin as here, but it's not the same region. It's not Antioquia, but still Paisa people. And Paisa people are known for being good in doing business, in organizing stuff, in yeah, basically having order, right, and moving forward, let's say, developing, hardworking people. So that's what they're known for, and they're very proud of that. Yeah, guys, so we're moving now to Villamaria. I think Villamaria is over there. We have to go like 3 stations, I think, to get there. But eventually we'll be there. Let me check the map. Yeah, so it must be right over there, across the big road. I think it must be 2 or 3 stations, yeah, at least. So let's just enjoy the ride, guys, and then I'm very excited about trying the local food as well. I know they have the Bandeja Paisa, which is like rice with chicharron, with avocado. I'm mixing up the languages now after being for 4 months in Latin America now without living it. Yeah. So I know Bandeja Paisa from other places, but I've never tried it here. Actually, Manizales, the authentic Bandeja Paisa. So that's what you need to try here once you come here. Right guys, I almost made a mistake because I actually have to change for another one, and I almost stayed in there and almost went back to my first station I've been to. So now we have to take another one right here. So that's how it works. There you arrive from the city, basically, from Manizales, and then you change for another one here. At least I think so. Based on my experience traveling with cable car, that's what you do. So let's see if that's the way it works. Let's see guys, if I get there. Manizales,
Pero vienen de familia paisa de Solsón. Venimos de los de por allá Solsón.
Ok. Ustedes preguntan a ruso cómo llegar a Villamaria. O sea, yo soy ruso, yo no soy de acá.
Pero si está aquí porque sabe por qué.
Pero yo creo, yo estoy pensando ahora que yo casi volví, porque yo no sabía que uno tiene que cambiar, porque yo estuve en el, ¿cómo se llama? En el aerocable para volver, digamos.
O sea, que Babu se devolvió. Sí, el que se quede devuelve y sube.
Ajá.
El que tiene que bajarse para seguir el de Villamaría.
Sí.
Ale, yo fui por montar en esto, no por hacer nada.
¿Yo? No, yo solo para conocer. Porque es mi segundo día acá en Manizales y yo pensé que sería lindo mostrar un poco, bueno, ver un poco y mostrar porque yo hago un poco de YouTube también, así que voy a grabar allá un poco, digamos, hablando.
Vaya, si se ve chévere.
Sí, es lo que yo estoy también grabando, ¿no? Mostrando como las vistas acá. Es algo bonito. Y allá hay un río también, ¿no? Yo he visto que por allá. Paseamos por creo que un río, como algo muy pequeño.
Es una quebradita, así como esa.
Ah, sí, bueno, no es un río. No, acá no. Acá, sí.
Ahí,
pero eso no es un río, digamos.
Eso es una quebradita.
Quebradita, ok.
Y el río es el río es más grande que como... Sí, estas son quebraditas.
Sí, es que solo que me falta vocabulario a veces para explicarlo.
El río que por donde yo llego a mi apartamento. Sí, ese sí es...
¿Y ustedes van a Villamaria para hacer algo?
Mira, yo ahora mi madre almorzar.
Sí, es un día de la madre. Día de madre,
es que en el centro está solo. No, está más congestionado el centro.
Bueno, feliz día de madre.
Gracias, mi amor, gracias.
Yo ayer también mandé un mensaje a mi mamá, que vive en Rusia, para felicitarla.
¿Y se va a quedar acá o se vuelve?
¿Cómo?
Vino a que hace hartos días acá, o sea,
3 meses.
¿O a vivir?
Yo casi, es mi tercera vez en Colombia. Me gusta mucho porque el tratamiento, o sea, la gente me trata súper bien, es muy...
¿Y en dónde estás?
¿Ahora?
Sí.
En Manizales, por el centro histórico, allá como un apartamento, pero yo estuve dos meses en Bogotá, o sea, yo conozco unos lugares de Colombia y yo normalmente me quedo en Bogotá porque es una ciudad grande, mucho para hacer, ver, y yo trabajo remoto, entonces por esto, pero yo no vivo en Rusia, yo vivo en Alemania hace 10 años, así que ya...
¿En Alemania?
En Alemania, sí, hace muchos años.
¿Es bueno para allá?
Hay cosas buenas, hay menos, o sea...
¿Es más bueno aquí o allá?
¿Cómo?
¿Es más bueno acá o allá?
A mí me gusta ahora más acá, yo me siento...
En Alemania, todos los países son más duros.
Acá yo siento que es mucho más tranquilo, la gente es como muy amable y sí, la comida, o sea, muchas cosas que me gustan acá, pero más de la gente. Yo digo que yo valoro mucho la honestidad y el respeto que tienen los colombianos y la gente en Colombia es muy respetuosa, ¿no? Y me gusta mucho el interior del país también, o sea, donde es la gente muy, digamos, tranquila, pero amable y respetuosa y todo, y honesta también, o sea, auténtico. Por ejemplo, aunque Medellín también es, digamos, región paisa, pero Medellín no me gusta mucho porque es muy turístico, es diferente. Yo digo que por la experiencia auténtica uno tiene que ir a lugares así para ver de verdad.
O sea, que usted está haciendo recorrido por todo Bogotá.
Sí.
Aquí ya llegamos.
Ya llegamos.
Acá llegamos, sí.
Pero de Colombia yo conozco Cali, Valledupar, Barranquilla, Santa Marta, Boyacá, Villavicencio. Acá salimos, ¿no?
Sí, acá.
Vamos a caminar juntos entonces. ¿No les molesta si yo voy a grabar un poco también? Mostrar a las paisas también. Okay, yeah, so guys, we've arrived and we are now going Ah, tenemos que mostrar otra vez, ¿o no? O solo... Ah, sí, 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 sí. Ah, así es. Okay, so now we have to scan it. Okay. Yeah, yeah, no. Gracias. Okay, the security guy was already checking out if I can make it out of the station. Yeah. ¿Ustedes van a almorzar algo colombiano o a qué tipo de restaurante van?
No, sí, pues todo por aquí no cocinan y no colombiano.
Ah, hoy son una sorpresa.
Ya para ir a, así como, ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? Los chinos, nada más para que venden comida china, nomás, pero el resto nomás.
El resto colombiano.
Colombiano, todo lo que esté.
Y más la comida paisa, digamos, como la bandeja paisa, calentado, cosas así como típicas.
Sí.
Yo ayer comí
Sancocho.
sancocho. ¿Ajiaco también se come acá?
Sí.
Okay.
Mojarrita frita.
Ah, mojarrita, mucho pescado también, ¿no?
Sí, mucho.
Ah, okay. Creo que yo he visto pescado acá que no he visto en otras partes de Colombia. No sé, quizás viene del río, no estoy seguro. Pero bueno, ¿cómo se llama?
Martanelli Montes y Liliana
Okay.
Duque, es una hijita.
Alexander, mucho
Bueno,
gusto,
mucho
que les vaya
gusto en
bien,
verlo, que
buen
Dios me
provecho.
lo bendiga, pues siga
Gracias
muy
igualmente,
bien,
bendiciones.
Bueno.
Gracias. All right, guys, so we now met the friendly family of Manizales. So that's the daughter, and she's bringing her mother for a lunch for the day of the mother. So that's what I'm talking about. So you see here now also many people with their moms, and yeah, here you have Jardín de Colombia. So that's a Colombian garden in Villamaria. That's what it's called here. As I figured out right now. I didn't know that. It will be Señor singing, I think, at some point. But yeah, guys, we made it here. Here you have the chicharrones, tolemens, different part of Colombia. Yeah, guys, but a lot of food, a lot of street food here. That's what I say that. Well, it was probably one of the first cultural shocks for me after coming from Germany, that there is so much street food here. You do not see that in Germany that much, or in Russia either. In most parts of Europe. Yeah, we have, I think they call chivas, the buses. The buses here in Colombia, they're traditional, also touristic, but touristic also for the local people. So they like to take those. But maybe this is actually just a public transport. I don't know about that. Anyway, guys, let's see what we can find here. And you also have a lot of artisanal stuff all around Colombia, basically. In many cities you'll find that people selling that on the street. And here you have the church. Let's see, we can go inside as well. Beautiful, made out of wood. Take a look at that. So yeah, Villamaria is basically a small village here near Manizales, but the culture is pretty much the same, obviously, because it's located right next to Manizales. It's still the Paisa culture, and I think what we have to do here is definitely check out the local food. Oh, that's the plan. Yeah, maybe see a bit of the nature. Let's see if we find a nice hiking track or something like that, or we do that back in Manizales, because I know there's also a volcano there. I don't know if we can get there, but that's my plan for today, to go to the volcano. But I don't know if it's actually available for a hike. So I was told yesterday that there are overall, I think, 13 volcanoes in Manizales. Correct me if I'm wrong. And but they're not active, clearly. For a long time they are sleeping. That's why it's safe for now. Well, I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon. Oh wow, take a look at this establishment right here. It looks very, very authentic. I think I've seen something like that in Valledupar before. They have so many different options also of coffee. It's all just coffee here, I'm not mistaken right now. Well, not just coffee, but most of them. Because you have agua panela, you have manizaleño, which is basically different types of drinks, and agua panela is just brown sugar water, basically. But yeah, here you have the solteritas that I told you about. So this is how they look like. And you have different fillings for them, so you can add any topping you like. Oh yeah, we actually made it to the market at last. Here we go. Oh, we have the guns as well. Dangerous. And you have something here that's called sorpresa. So you don't know what you're buying, you just pay 1,000, which is about 25 cents or 20 cents, and you get some surprise. Yeah. I haven't bought that yet, but let's see. Oh, there we go. Gracias. Pizza. Oh, so basically, we have different artisanal things. And you may have the small chivas for the kids. Take a look at that. Yeah, and here you have the monument for the, I think this must be for the coffee farmers. Let's see what it says. Since we're in the coffee region, I would imagine that's what it means. Yes, that's what it says here. So it says that our ancestors, they dominated these beautiful lands, and over time they made them flourish and well, make the coffee grow here, and in general the agriculture, they developed the agriculture here, and this is our big pride in them, in the people, hardworking people that have came here and moved on forward over years and years. This is what it's meant. So this is, yeah, for the coffee farmers basically, and the chivas, the donkeys that were helping them, and the dog even. People really love dogs here. You know, something that I don't even see in Germany is that you can actually charge your phone right here, just like that in the park. I don't have that in my local park in Germany. No. Alright, I think the street food would be good for solterita or something like that, something sweet maybe. Because I didn't find that many chorizos or arepas or something like that. So let's go check out the restaurant that is somewhere over here. I just found one online, but take a look how many people go here. This is asados, basically the grill restaurant. They have a lot of grilled meat. Yeah, people eat a lot of meat here. It's a bit hard to be vegetarian here, actually. Really not that easy. I'm not even talking about being vegan in Colombia. It's hard because of the local cuisine. Yeah, let's check. Let's see. Where is the restaurant? We got some local citizens here. Oh yeah, I just found it. This is the Restaurante Andrea. There are a lot of people in there. It looks very, very decent. Let's see. Oh, but there is a line. Okay, so you need to wait in the line. Let's see if the people are lining up here. Maybe it's good. Normally I do not like lines. Let's see if it moves fast enough, then I'll wait. If not, I'll go somewhere else. Yeah, but the main reason for the line is obviously the Day of the Mother, so that's why people are going out to eat with their moms, you know? That's why. Understandable. Look how crowded it is. I can bet it's not that crowded on a normal day, on normal Sunday. Actually, it's moving quite fast. We're almost there. I think it's only 2 groups of people in front of us and in front of me. But I'm with you virtually, and then we'll go inside. Plus, I made an exception this time that I waited, but it's not so much. It's just 10 minutes or so, 15, maybe 20. I think it'll be longer for me to look for a place. The other one that doesn't have such a line. Maybe it won't be as good as this one. Alright, just 2 more people and then we go inside. It's good timing because I'm very hungry. It's 2 p.m. right now and I haven't eaten anything yet. It would be perfect to try some local food. this point. It must be a good place indeed. There are so many people waiting, but I also see over there a lot of people, but it doesn't have such good reviews, I think, as this one. So I don't know why is the whole hype about that asados place. Actually, I kind of like this one more, a little bit how authentic it looks. Actually, the other one also looks authentic, but much more crowded. Hola, buenas tardes.
¿Cuántos son?
Solo una persona. ¿Fueron? Ok. Let's see.
Mucho calor.
Sí, pero está bien, tranquilo. No me molesta. ¿Está bien acá? Ok, gracias. Gracias. Buenas tardes. Buen provecho. Okay, let's see what they have to offer. I don't know what they have.
Papi, hay frijol, pasta, sudado o verdura fría.
¿Qué tiene algo típico de acá? ¿Tiene bandeja paisa?
Bandeja paisa.
Vaya bien, ¿no? ¿Qué más tiene algo de acá? Es que es mi primer día.
Sopa de mondongo. Ah, no, sopa de acabo. Pero la principal, la bandeja paisa.
Vamos con bandeja paisa, está bien. Sí, gracias.
¿Qué vas a tomar?
Tomar, ¿tiene jugo en leche?
Sí, maracuyá, bola, guanábana.
Guanábana con
Guanábana en leche.
leche. Con leche, sí, gracias. Ok. Right, let's try. ¿Perdón? Tercera vez. Es bueno. Me recomiendo porque es mi primer día acá. Con toda la familia estamos. No, ¿estoy sola? Ah, bueno, pues ya estamos los dos. Yo soy ruso, pero vivo hace 10 años en Alemania. ¿Acá? Acá yo estoy de visita, pero yo me quedo 3 meses en Colombia. Yo estuve en Bogotá, digamos, viviendo 2 meses. Y ahora, ayer yo llegué a Manizales. Y me gusta hasta ahora. Es maravilla. La gente es muy amable. Muy amable, sí. ¿Y usted cómo se llama?
Me llamo Marianita. Vivía en la localidad de 3 meses, vine para acá, ve 2 veces.
Ah, ok. ¿No le molesta si yo grabo un vídeo también hablando, mostrando? Ok. Ok. ¿Y usted nació acá en Villamaria? ¿Manizales? No.
Yo soy de otro pueblito, soy de Colombia.
¿De Tolima? Ah, he escuchado. Sí.
Pero yo no estoy viviendo aquí.
Sí. Acá es bonito, ¿no? El clima es bastante suave, digamos. Porque el calor no me gusta tanto. O sea.
Lleva 3 días haciendo sol, verano, porque aquí yo ya todas las semanas me voy
Ah, Manizales es más frío. Manizales se parece con clima a Bogotá, creo, ¿no? ¿No? ¿Cómo? Más frío que en Bogotá. Wow. Porque yo voy a quedarme acá un mes en Manizales. 3 veces en Colombia. Yo vengo cada año por 2 meses, 3 meses y nunca me pasó nada. O sea, como que me robaron, nada. Pero yo tengo...
¿Cómo se llaman? Aquí se llaman barrios, no sé.
Sí. Varios son... Pero también estuve en varios y de verdad me fui bien. O sea, normalmente... Pero yo tengo cuidado. Yo, por ejemplo, yo no tomo drogas, yo no tomo alcohol, yo no me meto al... Digamos que yo siempre tengo mente clara y sé dónde estoy y qué hago, ¿no? Okay. ¿Y tiene hijos?
No me dieron.
¿Cómo?
No me dieron.
No le... No tiene.
No tengo, ¿no?
Ah, ok.
El señor no me dio. La cera me dio.
Digo, paisa sí, he probado antes, pero en otras partes, en Bogotá, en otras partes de Colombia.
Anda solo.
¿Cómo? Sí, usted solo, todo. Yo no conozco acá a nadie en Manizales, ¿no? Yo... Bueno, no, ahí son los Manizales, pero cerca. Pero yo no, yo...
¿Qué anda?
No, yo me fui con el cable, con el aerocable. A veces, cuando yo voy a pueblos, yo voy con buses.
Esta es la tarjeta del cable.
Ah, yo no tengo. Yo solo compré un boleto para ir y volver.
Como no me
Sí,
tienes que
no-
¿para qué?
Pero yo uso mucho transporte público en Bogotá. Yo estoy usando Transmilenio también, aunque puede ser pesado, pero
No,
por suerte.
¿era en Bogotá?
¿A usted no le gusta Bogotá?
No me quiero, no me gusta.
No.
Me quiero.
Pero ha conocido, ha visitado. Y por-
No me gusta.
es con mucha gente y mucho...
O muy feo.
A mí me gusta, pero me gusta también la adrenalina, ¿no? Es un poco... Pero
Llego a Medellín. El cable es más largo.
¿a Medellín le gusta a usted?
Y el cable es más largo y es más
Ah.
profundo. Y para ver cómo... Es más, y hay tren.
¿Smart Noche Tren?
Y me
Ah, ok, ok. De verdad, yo estuve en Medellín una vez, pero no me gustó tanto porque es muy turístico. Yo sentí que es como todo en inglés, todo así para vender y no me gusta.
no, depende de allá que yo.
Quizás estuvo también porque yo no hablé el español. Cuando yo estuve en Medellín, yo solo hablé inglés, así que la gente me trató un poco diferente. Pero yo siento que cuando uno ya habla español puede comunicarse mejor y siento que es mejor así.
Claro.
¿Vas a tomar algo adicional?
Sí, ya dijo jugo de guanábana.
Jugo de guanábana en leche, sí,
Ya
sí.
lo pedí. Voy a ver si ya...
Bueno, yo lo dejo.
Bueno, mucha suerte.
Que lo disfrute.
Muchas gracias. Es muy delicioso hasta ahora. Sí, gracias.
Yo voy a ir a pagar.
Gracias. Feliz día para usted.
Muchas gracias, amigo.
Gracias.
Usted aquí de Villamaría.
Muchas gracias. That's good. I would give it so far 8.5 out of 10. And the chicharron is not that good, which is good because I don't like the fat part of chicharron. Yeah, recommend. All right, guys. I'll let myself eat. Rico, ¿es el restaurante de usted? Muchas gracias. Muy amable, gracias. Okay, guys, wow. They even charged me less than it was on the menu. Believe it or not. Yeah, anyway, guys. That's how we roll here, right? Right, let's go walk around a bit and see what else the city has to offer, the village. And it was good. I would give it 8.5 out of 10. On a personal level, for the people, 10 out of 10. Absolutely, no doubt about that. But actually, the portion was so big, and at some point I even thought that they gave me the big juice, but there is no option for the big juice. There's just one option for juice, and it's like half liter, maybe even more. You judge, guys. You saw it on the video. I think it was maybe even more than half a liter. And that's why I feel kind of like my belly is exploding right now. And the food also, I didn't finish all the rice and French fries, but basically I ate the whole chicharron, so I think I'm much more Colombianized now, because I think I never made it to the end with the chicharron. Never ever before. This is the first time, because normally it's very fatty for me, and when it's like liquid fat that comes out of it, I didn't really like it so much. But this time it was on point, so respect. 5 stars for this restaurant. Actually, I spoke to the senor that greeted me when I entered. I don't know if I told him, but he's actually the owner of the restaurant and also another restaurant across the road. He told me that both restaurants are his restaurants, but he has no problem working there and greeting people in person and running around, taking orders and taking care of the grill. You know, that's incredible, really. Right, I think there is a beautiful view over there. Check it out, guys. Because I don't know if there are any senderos here, like the hiking routes. Around here, I'm not really dressed up for a hiking route, but I don't mind a small hike. Also over there, take a look at the view. I hope you can see, guys, but I'll get closer to the view for you. And for me also. Hi. I didn't understand she was talking to me first, but yeah. But eventually I did. Yeah, guys, so here you have the beautiful view overlooking the mountains over there. And there I think we have Manizales in that direction, so you see the big buildings. Beautiful.